and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. We're going to do another outside the box card using elements from the Peaceful Christmas October 2021 paper pumpkin kit. Now I've gone well away from the kit on this one, and what I did is the only element from the kit that I'm using is a 2-inch strip from the card base that's in the kit. So what I did was I've got a piece of basic gray cardstock to make the card base, and then I've got a piece of Blushing Bride in 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 that I've actually run through the Evergreen Forest 3D embossing folder. So you can see the trees on it there. So I ran that through for some background. And I used a piece of silver paper with one of the basic border dies, and I basically trimmed out some silver to put along the edge, and the greeting is from the Encircled in Warmth set, and it says, "Wishing you love, joy, and happiness this coming year." And I finished it off with some rhinestone embellishments. So I have already run this through the embossing folder, so I am just going to attach it with some adhesive. And because the embossing folder is very detailed, I'm actually going to put some extra adhesive along the bottom where it's really, really bumpy. And because this is cut to 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, we've got this really, really narrow margin that we need to work with. Just like that. So you just get that hint of the basic gray around the outside. Now, I'll show you how I cut the silver paper out. And I am, to use a word, stingy with my foil papers because they are quite expensive, but they are beautiful. So what I did was I cut in so that I had enough of a strip here that I could adhere it to the back of the piece here. So I'm just going to use a sticky note and we'll run that through, and we end up having to run this through just the once, and I'll show you why. So we're going to run it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and there we go. So when we've cut this out, and one thing to mention too, when you're cutting the foil papers, use as fresh a cutting plate as you can for the top, because I don't know if you can see it here or not, there's the impression of my previous cut on the silver paper. So you want to have as clean as possible on your silver paper. So that's one piece cut out, and I simply need to turn this around, put it in my paper trimmer, and cut it so that it's wide enough for me to put the adhesive on. So I still have now a decent sized strip of adhesive paper, and these were cut to this is 2 inches by 5 1/4, and this piece of silver paper was already cut to 5 1/4, and I've just been working through it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put some adhesive on the edge, on each edge of this 2-inch strip that I cut from the card in the kit. And I'm just going to line this up. And you know what I've just realized is I haven't trimmed this down yet. So I need to trim it down, the things that I forget to check beforehand. So this is going to trim down to 5 1/4 by 4, and I've already got adhesive on the back, so I need to be careful how I do this. So I'm just going to take that off like that, and now it'll work. So these things happen. It's how you deal with it that counts. So I'm now just going to line this up where I'd like it to be and drop it down. I just want that jagged edge to be even, top to bottom. And I'm going to do the same on this side. making sure it's even with the other side too. So that is our element for the card, and I am going to use the dimensionals that came in the kit, and I'm just going to pop dimensionals. I'm going to put 6 on the back of this, then we layer it on the front. And I tried a lot of different ways to do the greeting, and I ended up cutting it with the basic border die as well, and then fitting the pointy edges together to kind of have it swoosh off of the card. And I've offset this close to the left-hand side, and I'm just going to pop that down like that. And then because this is going to come over here like this, I am going to put an dimensional on this side, but just adhesive on this side because I don't need to raise this side up anymore. Okay, so let's just pop that like that. Push this up. You can put it down here if you want. I'm going to pop this one up just that little bit higher, match it up, drop it down. So there we go. So it's matched up with the grooves on that side. And then I just used my take your pick tool and put a couple of these large rhinestones on. You can put smaller rhinestones on if you want. As you can tell from my sheet, I'm a little low on the smaller ones. And then I popped a couple of them just in the night sky here, just to bring a little bling to the top of the card. And that is another outside the box card using elements from the Peaceful Christmas October 2021 Paper Pumpkin Kit. So thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.